still standing up. You know, I'm still standing up. You gotta cut it on. Cut yeah. She look. She
Right.
know. She from back in the day. Everybody back in the day. We had microphones back in the day in the house.
Yo. Yes, and
I
then
know
my
we
uncle
grew up
used
with a
to
stereo
DJ.
player.
My uncle used to DJ, so I always used to have to like get on the mic
I
and
always
say
grew up with a
something.
stereo player. Seriously. We one thing we had a stereo player.
It's the one that lift up with the top
Yeah.
lift up.
Yeah, the beat, everybody had a stereo player back in the day. First of all, we're gonna start this thing off right?
We're gonna
And,
start this thing off
and we're gonna say
right.
pre-happy birth born day, Sister Khadijah.
Thank you.
It's the day that
Thank
you were
so
born.
Much. Yes.
You're supposed to celebrate that day.
Yes.
This day is a exclusive classic day because it's the day that your mother gave birth to you. And if this day never existed,
then Khadijah wouldn't be here, baby.
No, that's the honest. That's the truth.
Yes, yes.
That's the honest truth. And sometimes that's worthy of celebrating. Whether you celebrate it within yourself, whether you have a party to celebrate it. I do something big every born day. Every born day that I have,
yes,
I gotta go over and beyond. It's mandatory because you live once. And I just gotta live.
You only
Honestly,
live once.
Absolutely.
You only live once.
So
yes.
Welcome to, where the Willpower,
Unsurfaced
podcast
yes.
where we keep it so 100.
Keep it a bean.
We keep it a bean.
We keep it a bean. We keep it a bean.
We keep it a, because sometimes, we just got to go into different aspects of what we do in life because, I'm excited in my whole life. What up, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm excited in my whole life because yesterday from A Body to Kill For, the casting of the film and Philly Uncut Part 4.
Yeah, he was on a roll yesterday.
It just excited me seeing the people that are being featured in it because it now came from a thought process to say, Gil, I want to do this project, where it's sort of like how I used to do with the DVDs where I go around and, show the local artists and let them rap on it because a friend of mine is the one that started it, Easy Jace. And it took me to where I'm at today, and I'm so thankful for that because when we tell the story now, and Shukran Allah for Fran Daddy SP, he'll be Fran to be here.
Fran to be in a minute.
We're gonna it's Sister Khadijah's born day, so but anyway, I had so much fun with Simon's Playground with a friend of mine that I grew up with. Smack, everybody call him Smack, Verlin, you know what I'm saying? His son, Malik, you know what I'm saying? Who's now a coach and mentor at Villanova.
Right.
He actually played for the Sixers. I forgot the other team that he played for.
I forgot too. I saw it. I don't remember.
Zai, what up? TJ. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, you thorough. You like I gotta call you old head because even though I know we're around the same age, but I'm not old. Like I'm a young boy out here. Like,
I'm old young.
I'm really 35 out here.
You're old.
No, honestly, like I'm really 35 out here. Like seriously, I'm just happy and I'm excited, and it's a lot of things to be because let me tell you how mood swings go when you talk about willpower. I have mood swings all the time because I'm juggling. Just not to keep blaming, the circumstances I have in my life like everybody else, whether divorce situations and death, and and being absent from your children, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, whether you're going through domestic violence, whether you trying to find a job or you want to stop selling drugs or get away from the corner and you don't know how. It take a lot of willpower. So early today, I had negative chakras just for the past 3 years. So I'd be glad to talk about it because now, when you learn how to fight them, it's just that you got to be careful because when you learn to identify them, the negative shockers and the positives, you gotta be person enough. You notice I said person enough to be able to cope once you know the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you gotta get
you're in a bad relationship.
From that energy.
All right, what's some of the bad things in a relationship? Is it financials? Sit down and go over a budget. Whatever it is, But you gotta be the both parties gotta be willing to. That's the whole thing about a bond and a commitment in a relationship. You can have all the willpower, but if both ain't got the willpower, and y'all unsurfaced, you can't be unsurfaced. You gotta be surfaced.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, you gotta stay right there with the communication process in your relationship. If you're trying to get out of the streets, you gotta stay on that. Yeah, you're gonna feel like you ain't got no friends. You're gonna feel like you don't want to be, you know what I mean? You're gonna really feel down and out. You're gonna really feel bad. But that's all right. You gotta overcome, you gotta gain mastery. I'm saying I love that word, mastery. The word mastery means to adapt. To adapt whatever you're dealing with. Because I learned that in Camp Hill. The first time I got sentenced and that wasn't cool. It wasn't fun. It wasn't nothing about going to jail. It wasn't nothing about doing 5 years and some change. Nothing. I learned a lot. I love what I learned. I'm glad I went there. What I mean by that? I'm glad I went there. Now I wouldn't have wanted to go there, but under the circumstances that, yes, I was a drug dealer, I went there. So the reason why I'm glad I went there, I educated myself. I self-educated myself. I read a lot. I read more books than 5 scholars put together, and I learned knowledge of self. When I first came home, I said I want to be a family man, and I don't want to sell cocaine no more, and I don't want to be affiliated with it no more. And I can honestly say I came home November 98. I ain't knock on wood because I don't believe in that. People like knock on wood. I just did that as a power phrase, just to make some noise. Like how Mike and Damon them had a drink. The drink is symbolic too. Like we got a drink in there. Me and her, this sister, we got to.
Listen.
Well, go ahead.
What I want to say is it's my motherfucking birthday, okay? Yeah. Okay, and I just want to thank Allah that I'm here today. You know what I mean? Because when you say, like you said, we talk about willpower.
Right.
The reason why I named my podcast Willpower.
Beats, what up?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For perseverance. And we have to have perseverance in our lives, and we all go through things. We don't want to be Debbie Downer on this day. But I say that to say, when you overcome things that in that moment you thought you wasn't going to never overcome, because you go through things and you be like, I don't know how I'm going to see myself out of this one. This ain't looking too good for me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And when you just have faith,
Brother John Dye. Go right on in, John Dye.
And you put yourself in a better position and you start to change the way you think, change the way you think about things. Instead of looking at your problem, you look at how you got there. You know what I'm saying? And how you can get yourself out of that situation. And that takes will. And so, we all can do it. It's not easy. But
absolutely,
we overcome things through strength and understanding. And when you understand why you are at a place or how you got to a place, then you can learn how to get yourself out of that place. And that's what we talk about when we talk about willpower. And this is and the unsurfaced was just to bring it out. Just get the will out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make it happen.
Absolutely. But by all means necessary, make it happen. Brother John Dye just walked in the building. Brother John Dye, I love Brother John Dye. Looney Mom, what's up? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all subscribe to Glockaware. You can watch us. We streaming live on YouTube. Go into Glockaware and you'll see the live button. You just go right to live.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
just press the live. Subscribe and follow us on that Instagram. WillPower UnSurfaced podcast. Every Monday, 6 to 7 p.m. Now, I asked a great friend of mine to come back to the show. I think he was here before. John Dye does a lot for the community, and when he did it once again for a part where I grew up at, 78th and Ogans, where they bought tables and tables and tables worth of food. Food, books. Let me tell you what impressed me. The books. The books impressed me because I went out with him. When we went down, we did the whole Allegheny, Erie Avenue, Lehigh Avenue. We hit every block we possibly could with a U-Haul. When I'm talking about from top to bottom, full of food.
All kind of fantastic food,
all
too.
kinds of good food. Now, because we know a lot of people know it was good food. Now, once in a while with these programs, sometimes the food could be outdated. But for the most part, it's the blessing that, you know how you want to identify your blessings as being conscious, older individuals in life, right?
Mhm.
You understand that,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So when you see food being distributed for free
Yes.
throughout the communities where people are accepting the food in a way where we present it in a professional way, because we understand the substance of food donation. We donate the food. The people loved it. This man don't. You know how sometimes we fight for our accolades, and because we're and that's why I say F nonprofit. Please forgive me, but I'm for profit. And sometimes they put you in a nonprofit class so that way, as soon as you use some of the money, they have you trying to hang you like they doing the brother and the sister right now.
Yes,
Mhm.
most
They
definitely.
try, as soon as you use it, and you can need it.
Yeah.
You can need it for a plate. You can need it for your electric bill. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with using it? So let's go back to Brother John Dye I watched this brother since I met him about almost 15 years ago. He has been putting me on good situations, business situations. Me, myself, and my whole crew who I be around. He have put good situations for Meek Mills in place. You know what I'm saying? What was the Meek Mills movement again?
The Free Meek movement.
What was it called again?
Is it the prison reform?
The prison reform.
Yeah,
It was the
reform, yeah.
prison reform. But I was around. I
Probation
know.
reform, yeah.
Because some of the organization from Rock Nation gave us some credentials to enjoy a few years. So I know I was a witness. But John Dye is a brother, man, he struggled like you and I, and he neglects himself so much, financially, spiritually, and mentally, to the point where he be like, damn, man, I done did all this and did all that. Nobody's helping me. And I feel it to my bone, in the core of my bones, because this is a brother that I got an ugly letter today. Not an ugly letter, but it hurt my heart so bad from my brother Abdul. And, he just
What'd he
like,
say?
just he want to help, see if we could pick off where we left off. And I was like, damn, I can try to, but we get caught up and not blessing ourselves. John Dye, I want you to really start in some way, somehow, Khadijah, I want people to know brothers like you and Joel Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's big
Absolutely.
organizations that will use your profile, use your business aura,
Use your
and your
ideas.
street
Yeah.
savviness and your ideas,
Yeah.
and will kick you to the curve after they use you. I like a quote that Farrakhan used to say, that's a bloodsucker. That's a bloodsucker. When you take your brother's identity, you use their strengths, their mojo, because they could come in the streets and get guys that's connected still to the streets, but not in the streets like me. That's bad.
But here's the reality of that. even if people use you, if they use your ideas, if some good comes of it, you're still going to get the blessings. And as your ancestors look down upon you, they're going to smile down upon you and they're going to bless you.
Hey, brother, I see
yes,
your
we
work,
struggle
man.
sometimes, but it's not always about the money. It's about the work.
Right.
But sometimes it is about the money, man. No. It is all about the work, but it's about the money.
It's about the money when you have to take care of your organization.
They be brainwashing us with that nonprofit stuff, man. That nonprofit stuff, man.
But see, nonprofit don't mean you can't make money.
No, it don't mean.
Just means you got to account for the money. That's all.
That's the whole thing.
But
you got to keep good books.
You got to make sure
you account for it.
Yeah, we can account for it.
We got to buy food for our children. You
write that off.
You got to spend it, and you got to account for it. You got to keep it.
Maybe I'm giving it up in a humorous way.
When you gotta buy,
I'm for profit. I'm not for nonprofit. Why would I want a nonprofit organization?
You can be for both.
Because
I want a profit organization.
It benefits you.
Listen.
Foundations make lots of money to do lots of things. Break it down to people,
because I'm one that get mad at it. That's
you can
right,
take
homie.
a for-profit organization and support the nonprofit right off on your taxes.
Yes.
All right, so
in your
I'm
bylaws,
a nonprofit.
In your bylaws, you can say 20% of my income is going to go to support these works.
All right, so let me
then folks who buying your product, will support you more because you're supporting the community.
But don't forget, wait a minute, hold on. Don't forget, hold on. The foundation has to have employees.
Yes.
Somebody has to work.
The for-profit?
No,
nonprofit.
The nonprofit has to have employees. It cannot run without people working.
Oh no, that ain't what I'm saying. Hold on.
So you make money.
I'm great grind. Hold on, I need to know this from y'all.
You can get paid from the nonprofit.
There are nonprofits, and the CEO makes $200,000 a year.
Yes, you can get paid from the nonprofit.
All right, so all right.
You just have to have your book. The thing is, your books better, especially with us. Your books better be in order. That's
so
the
that
whole
list
thing.
that I bought on the show.
Yes,
that list that I bought on the show. Well, all these organizations that got all these hundreds of thousands of dollars for gun violence. Where that money being spent at?
All right, so one, it's being
Wait a minute.
It's being
why they not helping Brother John Dye? I'm gonna defend you. You can defend it all you want. Cool. Why they not helping Brother John Dye? Why they not helping Joel Wilson? They're the ones that's paving the streets. They're on the concretes in the jungle with the people, feeding the people, educating the people. But yet, I'm watching these big organizations. I ain't gonna say their name.
What they can do is
y'all be using people, and I just watched it in the physical. Go ahead.
You can say their names. You can say,
I don't want because for I don't like what they did to Joel Wilson. I don't like that because I seen and I heard about it, and he ain't tell me, but I know.
But here's what I'm saying. All right,
and I don't like that.
The nonprofits that are getting major gun violence money can subgrant money to organizations on the street who are doing serious work.
Right.
If they got $1 million, they can take $100,000 and subgrant to your organization and say,
what are they doing with the money?
This is the work.
What are they doing with the money?
Salaries,
rallies. We ain't talking about the salaries, brother. We're not talking about employees, brother. We're not talking about the employees.
But a lot of that money goes to salaries.
I understand that. I understand the salary.
It goes to events.
Okay. For what events? We just had a Stop the Violence event up 78th and Ogons where majority of the homicides happening uptown. We ain't seen none of them organizations that came out.
Did y'all invite them to it?
And we did it.
They knew about it. They ain't about inviting them.
No.
See, that's where
you should.
No, see,
you can't just,
sometimes you gotta reach out.
You have to extend the olive branch, brother.
We great do another one.
Then we gotta beef.
We great do a campaign called Get the Elders Back Uptown, make it like Chestnut Hill.
And that's important.
Because our elders
are afraid to come off the porch.
They're afraid to go to the store.
Yes.
They're afraid to go to the store. That's what I was screaming.
So this the thing. If this is the thing about corporations and things like that, they have to be put on the spot sometimes.
But
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
First of all, when you think about when you think of corporate, and I know you work in corporate EA, so you know this. But when you have to think of the mindset of the people that are in corporate America,
right,
and what is important to them, your job is to make what's important to you important to them. Now, if we just get mad and say, because why they gonna come down here for us?
Yeah, F them,
Just think about it.
That don't do nothing.
Why? Our job is to say, make them Our job is to say, listen, the reason why you come down here to us is because we purchase X, Y, Z, Y, Z. We spend this amount of thousands, hundreds of thousands. If you don't, because there are ways that there's ways you can talk to make you understand what I'm saying. Because like I said, sometimes people don't understand your plight. And I say this from personal experience because I worked in corporate America and I talked to people so much when I did. And sometimes I had that, y'all should have just knew or felt like they should see what's going on. But so many times they so out of touch with what we are going through in our communities because they don't live there and they don't know firsthand knowledge. And so many of these people believe what they see on TV.
We have to make them aware.
We have to, and we can't go to them rah-rah.
They ain't got nothing to do with
No. Listen.
Okay.
Listen, it does.
They ain't got nothing to do with all them people getting this money. And they ain't really, no.
No, but that's not. But the money went to the foundation.
I want to see. I'm bringing
the
back
money
that
went
list.
You want to see
Monday
how the money impacts the
list.
streets.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Because the only reason why I'm saying it.
And that's part of my beef too.
Yeah, because we
I want to see how the money
like y'all complain
trickles down
about
to
the
the
soda
people.
tax. The soda tax ain't benefiting the schools.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute, but I don't want to get on the soda tax.
Yeah,
I want to stay on this fresh money. I want to stay on this money that they just got less than 90 or 120 days ago.
But who got the money?
Because that's still relevant.
And they're getting ready to give out more.
See,
there's millions more coming down the pike.
Well, you got guys like myself that help tear down society that's trying to help rebuild it. No, we are rebuilding it. We want your help. We want to start from the 19138, the 19150 area codes, and our 19 is another one uptown that all the young guys, 191, I forgot the other uptown zip code. We want to give the elderly people back to communities. We want to symbolically make it like Chestnut Hill. Can you help us?
We want to make the streets safe
Developers.
without using the police.
Wait, I mean, well, let me just say this. I'm not denouncing the police at all.
I'm not saying denouncing. What I'm saying is we want to make the streets safer.
Without the police.
Without We want our folks to be able to walk down the street
and not be worried about if they're going to get carjacked.
And not have to call 911.
No, you're right. We can defend ourselves. Like, we're going to always
We
be
shouldn't
ready.
have to.
But yes, we should.
Our elders should have to defend themselves.
Yeah,
you're right.
Our elders should have, and our babies,
walk to the car,
and our babies that's dying in the
chill.
street,
Yes.
our babies that's getting shot,
Right.
and things like that that's happening to them.
Crystal,
That you know what I'm saying? It's everyone, but the elderly and the babies. You understand what I'm saying? Like we should.
He said the big corporations are aware.
We should be checking for us. You know, we should be checking for our babies and our elderly because.
Let me say this.
You know.
Let me say this. I want to ask.
It's really for real though. On some real stuff, it's up to us. How we asking anybody for anything?
Pull them positive.
How are we asking anybody for anything? Because guess what? Like Malcolm X said so many times, ain't nobody gonna come save us but us.
We gotta save ourselves.
Ain't nobody coming. What? How long we gonna wait?
And the big corporations are aware, but we've got to make them care.
Yes.
But all right, so
we gotta make.
So
we gotta get our people in line. There, you know, it's
why
up to us.
can't we put together a proposal and put this into effect like expeditiously?
We can.
For brothers
you can
like
always put a proposal
let me finish. I want to nominate 10 black strong leaders in the city of Philadelphia. Number 1, John Dye Harrell. Number 2, Joel Wilson. I can name a few more. I got to think about that first, honestly, because there's some good dudes in the community that really will make sure that their communities are okay.
Yes.
Let's put together a proposal, and everybody that got that money, y'all put something to it. Because guess what? We could keep blaming hip-hop, but hip-hop can help solve the issues. The young lady, Sinead, that my homie, she said, that's a hold up. We can't, and I was one of the ones she got, listen, they were saying how, they was telling her, girl, you better wear a bulletproof vest. Girl, you tripping. Girl, you know all them guys just got shot around there? Girl, you know how many homicides that just happened up there? Don't do it, and don't. I had people call me and say, EA, talk her out of doing that. No.
But they was wrong.
But no, I'm
we had a great day.
But I overstood why.
Yeah.
That's my neighborhood. I'm born and raised up OGZ. We used to call that organized gangster zone. That ain't no gangster zone. No, stop that. Like you see what I told all my friends. Stop standing out here making it okay for the elderly afraid to come to the corner. Have y'all stopped standing out here on the corner? Not blaming nobody, because there ain't really too many people hang out on the corner no more, you know. But I want to make them like how they had that plan when they put those trees out there. Those trees, I remember when they first did those trees, I don't remember it was the 80s. Had to be the 80s, or it was the early 90s. We was like, they putting trees on Ogons. That same thought process, like me and John Dye witnessed when we was with the Mural program, Mural Arts. I got a proposal for y'all. Simon's Playground. On Philly Uncut, we showed the young boys really talking dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
This time we went and got Malik Waynes and Smack His Pop, who's a villain. This young man graduated from Villanova. He played for Villanova. He went to the Sixers. I can't remember the other team he went to. I always say that. Now he's a coach at Villanova. Mm-hmm. Now he's giving back. They Great Start programs, him and his pop, for youth basketball programs.
And we need that.
I watched Doug Overton do it up Simons. Mm-hmm. So I'm proposing to Mural Arts. I see is a gentleman up there that John Dye. Well, I'm putting this in your lap.
We have ties.
We don't know. Let me finish. We don't know who that is. It's just a painting. But that picture should be replaced. It only has symbolism on it. It has a phrase on it. No, we got brothers that young men look up to.
We need some faces.
Of Simon's Playground.
Faces from the community.
Malik Waynes up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put him up there.
Put the folks who grew up there.
Yeah. Put him up there. And Doug Overton. When he first went to the Sixers and played for Washington, he was getting money. He put back into Simon's Playground. He paid before Dwight Evans and them ever put a dime in Simon's Playground. Before they put $1 million in that gym. Doug Overton put money in that gym. And that's what we need to do. These 10 people, if we can get this WillPower up and get some money, we can get the plans. First, the thing we're going to do is go inside their recreation centers and make it safe, just like the schools. Even though y'all ain't doing the schools right, because we can make the schools safe too. No loitering. You want to stop the school shootings? Don't allow them to hang outside afterwards. Nobody's hanging outside, not even parents. Sit in your car. Nobody's hanging outside of school.
Or go to class when you're in school. They hang in the hallways.
But where the truant officers at?
You know the problems they have.
Bring the truant officers back. We used to have truant officers. Truant officers, they used to take us to the 35th district when you ain't go to school. And then they used to force us to boxing classes. That's how I first went to Together Brothers.
And we need more of that.
Right.
We need that.
Here's something else we need.
To program.
Right? When our kids show out in school, they get suspended. Mm-hmm. And they get 2, 3, 5, 7-day suspension, and then they're home wilding out, or they're in the street wilding out.
Right.
What I proposed to Martin Luther King High School principal, and needs to be implemented all over the school, is when kids get suspended, send them to nonprofits and make them do community service in their neighborhood.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
Make them come to our food pantry, give out the food to the elders and to the people.
Yeah.
Make them go to other nonprofits who are doing good work in the community and make the kids work so they can see that we're part of a bigger family.
Right.
One of the reasons we have so much violence in our community is because our young people do not see each other as brothers and sisters and extended family. Yes.
I love all my young boys I grew up with. I don't even care if I see them, none of that. Like, because you got to have that genuinely.
But how many do that across the city, bro?
Well, that's why we got to start advocating that and letting them know, like, man, I love you. Because I'm watching the friends that I grew up with die, like, at a rapid rate. It ain't that. I know y'all watching the young people die, but I'm watching the guys in their 50s like me.
Yes.
Getting
they
murdered.
Die too, yes.
I ain't say die, getting murdered.
Yeah.
Not just the older elderly people in their cars and things like that.
Murder is no respector of age.
It's just.
Yeah,
and the thing is, who's doing it?
That's quick to say. I want to bring back the fun to the neighborhoods.
Yes,
like we never used to have a lot of like dumb stuff on our block, and there used to be hundreds of people outside because we was like a community. I missed that part.
Right.
But we know it's so violent now. You can't hang
can't even-
outside.
and it-
like you gotta play defense. I be on defense all
But
day.
we knew each other.
Right.
Gotta, you know.
But
We
you
knew
know,
our
I was
And yes,
mothers
you
and
better
fathers
carry
and
on.
uncles.
I was going to say when we were growing up in the 70s, the blocks were like families, and everyone knew each other, and everybody held each other accountable for each other's
We
children.
don't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
We don't do things
Yeah.
like that. And I don't know, we can say this over and over so many times because it's just the truth. The dynamics of the way we were raised. And I can blame us too, a lot of us as parents, because we
Right.
came from that era when we were young. We didn't want our neighbors to be saying anything to us.
About
You
us,
understand
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Come on, Rob.
Telling
Come
our,
on, Rob
our
the gun. We can
parents,
bust in with them Jones. Come on, give her her
anything.
flowers.
you know what I'm saying?
Look at Rob the gun
Oh,
busting
thank
in.
you,
All
Rob.
right.
Dee's
Thank
birthday.
you so much.
Give her
Oh,
Dee's
I
her
appreciate
look
it.
flowers. That's my guy right
birthday
there.
to you.
Thoroughbred.
Happy
Yeah, though.
birthday to you.
What's up, gang? Smack, what up?
All right, all right. Okay,
Oh, thank
okay.
y'all so
Come on,
much.
everybody want to say happy birthday, SP.
I
over to her.
appreciate
All right,
it.
all right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That's
Hey,
love.
brother. Good to see y'all, as always.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
you, bro.
you.
LC Devon. LC.
Hey, lady.
Thank you. Okay.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Give me a kiss.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much.
Hi, LC.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, so you know,
I got something ducking out there. Absolutely.
thank
yeah,
you.
All right.
See
absolutely.
you on a few.
See, they always LC, SP,
Yes,
Fly,
they
always
always
make
look
sure
out.
everybody.
Yes.
They always
That's
always
love.
look
That's
out.
thorough.
That's love
See,
right
that's
Let me
there.
get
family.
back.
That's
Let me say
community.
That's the
this.
Glock we
I want to
family.
submit a proposal to John Dye right here live on the air, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna ask. And I know this don't coincide. This ain't had nothing to do with him, but I want to see if I can pull this off because I know John Dye's building where he do everything out of that building to feed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of family
No.
monthly, thousands.
We
Sorry.
feed from 10 to 12,000 people out of 3933 Germantown Avenue every month.
Wow.
Wow.
And we submit reports.
3933 Germantown Avenue. I want to
Right above Germantown and
this,
Pike.
This is what I want to do. I want to do a campaign where everybody come out, but I want to do something. My block, 75th and Fayette. We got a big lot right at the bottom of my block, right? That I grew up on.
Mhm.
And I want to do it big because Sinead was even like, she got donations that she didn't even get to use, and she want to make sure because the stores and everybody. I want to make this like, you know how they cut the balloon and cut the ribbon to make the community or the community feel better.
Mhm.
I want to make the books a little bit more of a bigger, the same type food. I'm going to solicit the city of Philadelphia with that big book truck, because I
Bookmobile.
want the kids to come out and get to see the bookmobile.
I know some great librarians. I work in a library.
Good. All the
I know some
anybody that
librarians.
can help out,
I
I,
know
want to
some
do
serious
this in like
librarians.
2 weeks on the Saturday. I'm going to get with my sis, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to do it in that lot, do it real big, because I want to get back to West Oak Lane, a little bit more bigger than we did at 78th. And that was so decent that we did that, but I see a bigger vision.
We'll bring
You know what I'm
Share
saying?
Foods, Caring for Friends.
Salute Share
Philly now.
Foods. Salute. What's them programs?
Listen, the Share Food program
Share Food
is
program.
the best food program in the city of Philadelphia.
Listen, let me just say why
They
they
bring
are. Let me keep it real. Let me keep it real.
they bring
Because I don't know
25
no other
skids of food from
organization
our
that's
organization
giving out food to the
every
community.
week.
Where y'all at?
25
Step up
skids
to
of
the
food.
plate. Step
every
up
week.
to the plate. If y'all donate food to the community, where y'all at? I done witnessed from Lehigh, Allegheny, Erie Avenue, all the way up Broad Alley, all the way up to 78th and Ogons. This man right here was Share Foods feeding the people.
And we talking about milk,
talking about
eggs,
milks,
butter,
eggs,
chicken,
Everything.
Cash, macaroni, vegetables,
salmon,
grapes,
fish,
cashews,
all types of
pistachios,
spaghetti,
books,
tomato sauce,
spaghetti, tomato
cheese,
sauce. Right. Yeah.
everything. We fill
I
people's
still got
refrigerator
gold
up.
grapes. Yeah. Yeah. I make sure I took like 4 bags of them grapes.
We fill your
Real
refrigerator up.
rap.
That's what's up. And
Trust
where
that.
and,
Absolutely.
and where is that at again?
Hey man,
3933
Smack, I love
Germantown
you,
Avenue.
bro. Smack a
3933 Germantown
Germantown
Avenue. So
Hey,
they
can
give-
John Dye, can you hate
Monday,
Hey,
Wednesday,
Smack.
and Friday,
Hold
9 to
on.
4.
Smack, this brother right here, Smack, this brother right here, we could get your son with his help. We can, I'm telling you, because up Simon's Playground, I got a picture of it. Up Simon's Playground, they have a mural up there. And the mural is just, it's just a painting. And it does not, look, wait a minute, that's Malik Wayne's, Villanova, that's his pop and that's his mom.
Okay.
I grew up with him. The mural, I was mad about that. I'm like, wait a minute, who is that? Like, it don't even say, like, who? Wait a minute, Doug Overton could have been on there. Hold on, I gotta find them pictures because I was mad about that. Here you go. Look, yeah, exposing right on the right on our show. Khadijah, we don't play. Look, read that. All right, Play for Change. Curated by Set Free Richardson. Play for Change is a project ongoing youth. I'm trying to stretch the picture up, so please forgive me. Ongoing youth art making and conversation to support healing and empowerment during Philadelphia's ongoing gun violence epidemic. Anti something. Lead transform. All right, listen.
So, let me see the actual mural.
Ghani Bless, look.
Where's the mural at?
All right, there you go. Mural by Ghani Love, project manager Ryan Standard Greenberg, assisted by Malachi Floyd and Marcus Hines.
Those are
sponsors Philadelphia Sixers.
But where's
Snipes,
the mural? Let me see the mural.
right here.
That's an abstract.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Man, we want Malik
Why would
Wayne's
you put
up
an
there.
abstract up there?
That's what I'm
That
saying.
ain't nobody.
Right.
And listen,
We need the faces.
listen, let me
and
show
the
you this young
voices
brother. Hold
of
on.
folks from the neighborhood.
Right.
This
That's
young-
who's supposed to
They
be up
don't
there.
even
Listen,
have a face.
He's one of the head coaches of Villanova College.
Let me
He
say,
played for Villanova. He played for the Sixers.
Yes.
And he played for what's the other team Malik Wayne's played for? Come on, somebody, sports guy.
I seen it earlier.
Come on, somebody on my line from uptown got to tell me.
So let me say one
Did he
thing
play
about
for the Kings?
one thing about Mural Arts. All right.
Bruce Black, what up? Rah, go ahead.
About 2 years ago, Mural Arts
When they did Kevin Hart, you put me on that.
came to us with a project,
Right.
and they wanted to take 8 formerly incarcerated people
That's right.
and
they did, y'all.
and show us in our incarceration phase, and then show us as we are now serving the community.
Right.
Right.
And if you go to 21st Street under the underpass between JFK and Market Street, 20 foot high on each side of the road, you will see 8 formerly incarcerated people wearing our prison attire
Mm-hmm.
Right.
across the street, as we are now, suited and booted, serving the community. That was powerful. That's the first time I know of in the city of
I didn't
Philadelphia.
even know that was there, and I ride underneath that thing all
Listen,
the time.
all you
never
gotta do
paid
is
no
look up.
attention.
John Dye, look it up.
We
What is
20 foot high on that joint.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the
And
power
salute
of that.
you, brother. Salute you,
Yeah.
brother. I was excited when he told me about that. When he sent me a picture of it, I couldn't believe it. I got to make sure I get
Yeah.
a picture
See,
of that
that's
Philly
see,
Uncut
you
Part
see,
4.
see, that's something that could be a trip for youth in the community.
Yes.
To
yes.
put them on a bus
To come
and
down
take
and
them
see that.
around the city to see things
Not just
like
that, but
Malik
there's
Wayne.
Let
some
them
amazing.
see-
There's some
yes.
amazing murals.
Yes, absolutely. There's so many of them.
And the
Dr.
same way they
J and-
saluted us there,
Right.
they should salute those brothers at
Right.
at Simon Program. Anybody who came out of that neighborhood.
Well, E, what
and
you
done
It's-
powerful
it's a
things.
lot that-
Well, E, what you
You should
would
be
do
on that
is
mural.
I was about to say, what you would
No, I
do
want
is it
Malik
would be a
Wayne's,
proposal
because
that you
anybody
put
that could be
into-
up there, Malik Wayne's and Doug Overton. I'm telling you, the kids look up to stuff like that. We got to stop. Put somebody up there.
Has to be the faces from the community.
Yeah.
Well, that's why that's what a proposal for, E. You send that proposal to the Mural Arts.
All right, you the
program.
writer, Deeds. What's
All
up?
right, well, you
Listen,
didn't ask me to write. You didn't ask me.
All right, well, let's put it together.
You didn't ask me.
You
not
writing
to-
films, Body to Kill for, turn it. We got another one coming out called Philadelphia.
Well, how am I supposed? I don't mean no harm.
John
But
Dye,
how am
you
I
in that
supposed
too.
to know
I
what's
got you
going
in
on
that.
in Uptown when I'm not from Uptown?
You from South Philly, but
All right,
the
so
same
that's
thing.
so no,
it's
so
the
that's
vein. Listen,
that's
Broad
for
Street
you
line
to.
run from Fern
You
Rock.
ain't got to be from
No,
uptown
no,
to
no.
love brothers from
No,
uptown.
what I'm saying,
She
no, what
know.
I'm saying
She got
is,
geographical real quick.
yeah, because because I don't
I'm
know
from down,
anything.
I'm from up.
I
What
don't
would you
know
rather
anything
be,
about.
up or down?
No, listen.
What would you rather be,
But
up
why
or down?
would
Cut
I
it out,
really
cut
don't
it
go
out.
to Simon's Playground? So I don't
I
even
don't
know
know.
nothing about
Well,
the
let me
music.
All right, well, Simon's
See,
Playground
so
is
then
like...
you gotta put me on.
We're going to educate ourselves because
You
there's
gotta put me
playgrounds
on.
all over the
But you
city
hold up.
that
Wait
we
a
need
minute,
to
I
do this
caught you.
at.
So you ain't watched
No.
Philly Uncut?
No, I watched Philly Uncut, but I can't
It's
remember.
on
I
there.
can't remember the mural.
Watch it again. No, not... Oh, the mural.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
can't
just put
remember
that
the
up there.
mural. Oh, okay.
I don't know how long... Hold on, Raheem was looking up the other team he played for. Oh, he played for the Clippers.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah.
Okay, the Clippers.
He played for the Clippers, right?
I said the
Good
Kings.
Yeah, see, because
Yeah.
he got credentials. You know what I'm saying? Salute RTG Heem. He got credentials to really be up there. I'm telling you. I'm born and raised uptown my whole life. You know, even though I lived down North Philly, 15, 16 years out West Philly, 60th and Girard, Moon Gang. You know, my mother and my family members never came back uptown once they moved out West Philly. You know, when hard times get hard, you got to move around. We moved everywhere. We lived everywhere. That's how I go, you know. And she just landed in Lansdale before she passed away in 19, you know. So you got to have willpower. We was talking about willpower on the other side. I want to get a couple donations up if I do this big event. I want, if somebody can y'all help me bless this brother and his building? I'm telling you, put a private investigator to follow him. No, I'm telling you. Like, you know what, Mike Greenridge. Hold up, Mike.
If you follow me around,
Mike.
you won't get no sleep.
Mike,
Believe that.
this the man
I work
that should be
nonstop.
on your show, Mike. This man right here do it all for the community. And Joe Wilson, man. Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I
Joe's a
experienced
powerful
it.
brother.
Listen, man,
yes,
I
he
watched
is.
the way, man. When I went down Volks, to go speak to them ninth graders, 30, 40 ninth graders.
They was listening too.
Right, but it's because the shootings that was going on outside of the school, at the school. That's what made me say what I said. Like, I ain't gonna never be afraid of danger. I ain't gonna never be afraid of guys with guns or girls. Never. But it's not cool.
Right.
Everybody don't know how to adapt. I had to learn to adapt to that type of environment. That's bad. Just like how y'all overstand prisons, I disagree with prisons to a certain extent. Because you a rapist, you deserve to be in some type of prison. So I ain't the one that's gonna be sitting there talking about no prisons.
No, I ain't no. It
No
ain't no.
prisons.
It ain't no. See, it's
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying.
No, it's
I
not
keep
about.
it 1,000.
It's not about no prison. It's just about prison. It's just about.
I know. I just
You understand?
I get emotional.
It's just about
I get
justice.
emotional.
When you putting somebody
I
in
get
there,
emotional.
make sure what you putting them in there warrants how you give them time and things like that. Because a lot of our youth right now and a lot of the young men in our communities, you understand what I'm saying? They get a felony when they're young. And then when they get
and it
out
stays
here
on
on these
forever.
streets,
Yeah.
and
That's
they
a whole nother
no,
topic,
but you know,
man.
but it is, but it is, and it ain't, you know.
But
But
here's the
we
thing-
don't. But you know, it's
Here's the thing
Man,
about
these
prison.
young boys and these young
I did
girls.
25 years in prison. You know, prisons should be places where true change can
Yes.
occur. Where young folks can
Rehab.
John Dye did 25 years in the federal
When I was in
penitentiary.
prison,
real rehab.
I was blessed to run into Dr. Matula Shakur, Tupac's stepfather, and we created a circle of consciousness that's still ongoing, that transcended the prison, left the prison, and the brothers who we work with are out in their cities. All the work that I'm doing now in the city of Philadelphia dates back to the work I did behind the wall. And that's what prison should be about.
right.
Change and growth.
Reform.
That's
yes.
why I referenced my
Really-
time,
really
and I came
changing
on
growth.
November 98. Because that was the best learning experience for knowledge of self
Yes.
I have ever experienced in life.
It's like a furnace. It
So-
burns
so-
away all the bullshit.
So listen,
Right.
people.
and you come out cleansed.
Listen,
Right.
y'all. Don't be grinding the brothers up when they go in and out. Because the ones that learn from it, they ain't going back.
No.
The ones that, you hear what I said? The ones that learn from it.
Right.
Yes.
Not recidivism.
Right.
We're not talking about them clowns. They going to always go in and out of the jails. Because they don't want nothing. They don't want for themselves. So how they going to want for you? They don't want for themselves. They don't care.
But so
They
many
going to
brothers,
always be blood
But
suckers.
so
They
many
wanna
of
take
them
your
do.
joy.
yeah,
They
so
wanna
many
take
brothers
your
don't
money.
fall into that category.
So many
All
don't.
they need is opportunity and
Yeah.
a chance, and we can do that.
And you know what? And when you speak of that, a
You
lot
played
of
for
times,
Dallas Marriage too.
when you speak
Right,
of
you
that,
sure?
right? It's like we should do more for prison reform. Hold up,
listen, the
hold up,
firm.
because in other countries, right? I was watching. I think it was on PBS, and I think it might have been Norway or one of these countries. But if you saw their prison, right, especially for nonviolent offenders, not for people that's doing crazy stuff, but for people that just got small, it looked like a hotel. And the way their rooms are set up, but they had to get up and go to classes every day and things like that.
Europe is different though, you know.
But it was, but this
they
is
got
the
a different idea about prison.
That's what I'm saying. It was set
They
up.
kill you
It
too,
was
though.
set up. No, but this particular place,
No, capital punishment.
No.
They
don't be doing too much of that over there. And this particular place was set up to set up men, so when they left,
Yes,
they wouldn't have to come back.
their focus is what your freedom's gonna look like when you get done.
Exactly.
Our focus is punishing you while you're incarcerated.
Right.
And that's the basic difference between
Right.
an enlightened sense of incarceration and this dumbass bullshit we'll be going through here.
Inhumane treatment.
Yes.
Like, how you expect somebody to go to prison, come out, and not everyone, but for those who lost their way, and they might not, want to be in those conditions, but how do you prepare them when they're constantly in there, you know what I'm saying, getting the same treatment
Yes.
from the staff, from other inmates? You can't focus on, and now you ain't had no time to think if you do get out, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just, like you said, it's a community effort, and
Right.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
what you do for the community.
Thank
You
you.
know what I'm saying? Because if
Thank
we
you, sir.
had thousands more of you, our communities would be
These-
so
that
much.
shit be
do.
feeling good.
Listen, here's the point
I be
though.
leaving
We
feeling
do.
good doing that.
We just don't utilize it.
Right.
So many brothers come home and they want to get back to community and they want to change their lives, but they be so caught up in the struggle just to get straight
Right.
that they aren't able to do that.
Oh, those are the
When,
things.
when you talk about where the money should be
Yes.
going, money should be going to
Housing.
fund formerly incarcerated people so they can do this work and do it well and get compensated for it.
Yes.
Brothers who never told on nobody, who were straight up gangsters, come home, they get educated, given instruction, and then sent out on the street. I proposed to the mayor years ago. Give a brother his neighborhood. Make him responsible for the violence in his neighborhood and
Right.
fund him. And
Yes.
and full time, let him deal with the young boys in his hood who respect him as OG.
Yeah.
You think that'll work?
That's how you stop the violence.
I believe
Hell
it.
yeah.
I believe it absolutely.
But
will.
they don't
Me
want to
too.
put no.
I
Listen,
just,
they don't put no money in our hands.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, bro.
That's the whole
They'll
thing.
give it to
Because it was
organizations
always like
that's gonna
that.
bullshit.
Yeah,
It was
because
always like that.
sometimes you gotta wonder,
Before
do they really
Rizzo-
want us to see?
Rizzo
Do they
broke
really
all
want
that
us to
up.
change in
No,
our
listen.
communities?
Listen.
That's why we have to do it
If there's
ourselves.
no violence,
There's
there's
no
less
jobs
police.
for them.
there's less budget.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yep. It's just a game.
Hey, listen, it's Khadijah born day, right? And I'm gonna ask all our homies and our friends, can y'all come in here real quick, y'all, so we can sing Happy Born Day? I'm gonna play something off my phone and do something a little different, cause Khadijah real special, and we got all my favorite homies in here. LC, goddamn, SP Fly, Granddaddy SP, you know what I mean? Because she thorough, and I really want to really, show some love to her because she deserved to celebrate her day. I don't care what we doing, what we ain't doing, and because listen here, sister, DJ Pooh G's in here too.
What's up, Pooh?
You know what I mean? Him and SP Fly up next, and we gonna sing this happy birthday, John, to my homie.
Oh, that's my song right there.
Yeah.
all right.
And we're gonna let Stevie start this thing off. You know what I mean? Hey. Cause sometimes when you got loved ones in your life and you want to celebrate something positive because this is the day that they were born on, you got to play something symbolic that the people can relate to. And let's just sing it all together, right? Yeah, this for you, Khadijah. Turn it up some toucan. Yeah. That's right. We just want the people to hear a little bit. Yeah. We're going to join in as soon as we get to that part. Shout out my man, Fran Daddy SP. You know we dripping in that certified worldwide apparel. Shout out John Dodd, Harrell, Pooh
Much love.
SP Fly, LC Designs, Glockaware Radio. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready? Come on, y'all. Khadijah. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
That is
Go ahead, friend. Yeah. Because you know it's like a girl.
That's what's up. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
that.
that. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. We about to have a party. Thank y'all. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, shout out to Deej, man. You definitely holding down South Philly thorough.
That's
Thorough
what's up,
OG,
friend.
you know, holding us down. So definitely appreciate you. Keep holding it down, Queen, and the many more.
Thank you so much, friend. I
Appreciate
love
you
y'all
for
so
holding down
much.
the
Like,
set.
y'all my family. Like, I just want to say thank you to all my Glockaware family, all of y'all, LC, Dawn, Pooh, E, Friend, Toucan, Chef. Like, everybody here at Glockaware, ever since I started here, and then I'm going into my 3rd year now. Everyone here has always like treated me like family, and I love it here. I love Glockaware, and I love Glock. I'm always going to represent Glockaware. Thank y'all so much. Yes, 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 yes. So we got so much to do here at Glockaware. It's just beginning. It's just beginning. That's what's up. So before we go, I just want to say to my sister Marie, I love you, sister. My niece passed away, and you know we buried her Saturday, and I just want to say rest in peace, Kia. We gonna miss you, Marie. I love you, sister, and I'll be right here for you. Thank you guys for tuning in to WillPower UnSurfaced. Come out to the casting on Sunday. I think that's May 1st. We still casting for a body to kill for. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Monday.